Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I wanted to come and wish you a wonderful day. I'm jumping into those conversations about transcendental psychology and spiritual philosophy. And I'm just offering tools, just use whatever will resonate with you. For the one thing is important to understand is to not be afraid of our fear, not to get emotional about fear. Fear is not an emotion. It is just, it is like love. It's not an emotion. It is a force. And so when fear appears, it's like I'm not talking about the fear like you're sitting on a railroad, there is a train coming, you're afraid the train's going to run over you. So your fear just tells you, move out of the train, of the railroad. But I'm talking about fear that we project negative thing in the future. There's so many unknown that we're afraid because there is unknown things that we see coming to us. So it's about trusting God, trusting yourself, and trusting that you'll have the tools at your disposal when the situation comes, and not to use fear as a creative process, as a creation tool. So it's about recognizing the fear, accepting the fear, and then discharging the emotional content, and then the fear will just be an element that will not affect you in that sense. So yesterday I made a lapsus when I talked about the power of the Catholic Church. It was for 2,000 years they've been around, and not hundreds of thousands of years, that's it, hundreds of centuries. It's just, I'm sorry, I listened to that. But what we want is to be ourselves, to feel free and happy. When we are true, authentic, we feel this freedom and this happiness. If we're trying to please others, then we lose that. It's like if somebody is asking you to do something and it makes you feel, your heart tells you it's a good thing to do it, you will find free and happy to do it. But if you do it only because you need to please someone else, or you need to it's a lot of things that are not aligned with who we truly are, we'll realize really quickly that they do not bring us joy and happiness, and we will be able to delegate or to avoid it, or to just to be authentic, and to for if happiness depends on someone else, or the validation of someone else, it's like being on a leash. It's like they're pulling the leash, and it's like so just make your happiness about you and not about someone else. Or it's like being like a boat. There is the tide is rising, and you have your anchor. That's like your anchor is like is holding on to the ground under the water, and then the boat is like sinking, and so it's just those beliefs, those old beliefs, and so just remove the weight of the anchor that hold you to one ground, and let yourself be guided by the flow, so that you can navigate the flow without holding on to something that is no longer valid. And so I'm going to pull a few cards so that I come and say hello. I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you for your donations. And if you want a private session, you can send me an email. And you can follow me on Instagram as well. I'm showing my paintings there, photos of my paintings. The past is happiness. Happiness comes from, we already know what makes us happy. We have to continue to follow that. And right now is determination. We are determined to move that way, and the future is accomplishment. We're going to accomplish the end of the cycle. Right now, what we're working on is intuition, to continue to follow our intuition, to listen to our intuition, to pay attention to the signs. And the future is going to be the globe of creation. We're going to have so much new potential before us, so much we're going to be able to create with. The tools of creation are going to be increased within our life in a great deal. And so, because we are, in a sense, a lot of people live so much in their mind, they're prisoners of their mind. We live in our mind, and the mind is like a prison. It's like it's like open door asylum, where like insane people rule the world and all kinds of things. So it's just about dropping dropping this dependency on the mind, and understand the animal are already, they don't question who they are. They don't question they're connected to their species, and they're connected to Mother Nature as a whole. They're never in question, in doubts of their own nature, like Descartes used to say. He doubted everything, but the only thing that he had no doubt about is God. But animals, he also mentioned that animals do not doubt their own nature, therefore they're closer to God than humans in that sense. So it's about learning to become, to live in a new life in this body, and not in the mind, not to live in the mind. In the belly, you have all your physical need. In the heart, you have all your emotional need. And in the third eye, you have all the vision that inspire you to move forward. So So to become a channel of your soul and to allow the starlight, the soul star is like a brilliant star that's above your head. Let it drop down in your body. You'll see it won't settle down in your mind. It will settle down somewhere else in your body. You can let it circulate eventually. But for me, it's like in the heart. But it's like this brilliant sun. And then as you breathe, it becomes brighter and brighter. So to depend on this, to create this solar flash within. And so just continue to work with this letting go of the mind and feeling good, being connected with your subtle bodies, your chakra system, and to stop the fight and to realize you're part of a greater whole, a wonderful, amazing whole that is the universe. So I'm going to pull a few cards with this. The highest wisdom is the respect of the rule, to align with the law of one, to align with the truth of God. What we need to understand is the never-ending story. Stop paying attention to all the dramas that is offered from our personal life or the collective life. What we need to do is peace, to cultivate that peace and joy and harmony. This is really essential in those times. And the outcome will be the faithful heart. There is this deep connection, this love that is coming, that is soul connections. And so in the New Earth community, you can imagine yourself in this beautiful garden with wonderful people that you don't know them all, but they're here and nobody has to prove anything to anybody, and nobody has to control anybody, nobody has to dominate anybody. Everybody is independent, is whole, is free, and then the level of exchange is going to be so wonderful when everybody's like have no need to dominate, to control, to prove anything to anybody else, just to be ourselves. And so, for we came from the four corners of the universe as the response of the call of the planet. Millions of souls that we integrated here on this planet as assistants to Gaia. It took us thousands of years of preparation for this this one lifetime actually. But the number of 6 million was given at some point, but first we came here. We faced the Earth Council, the higher councils of the Earth, and we were approved. We get the seal of approval for incarnation. It is a privilege to be incarnated at this time for this service to humanity, this great shift of consciousness, and so. So no, you are the groundwork, but you have all the assistance of the heaven that is behind you, regardless of all what is going on below, and the astral forces that are trying to oppose that. They're insignificant as we ascend. We realize they're present and they will continue to function as long as they're needed, but they will eventually completely vanish, and they're insignificant in our life. And so we want to continue to we are God in human form. We are unique aspect of the source creator, and nobody is irreplaceable, but nobody can take your role as well. And every other role is taken. It's only you yourself to be authentic and find your joy, and then you'll find the greatest service. To assume also a role of leadership. It is important to have a sense of leadership in relationship to this new age that is coming, to be ready to assume more responsibility. And if you're not sure about your mission, call on your guides, call on your angels, call on the archangels, and they will come and tell you. Just you have to ask, maybe. But your mission we all have missions that unfolds. So it's not like something we get it all at once, and then there is a void after that. It's step by step we get a little bit. It's like a meal. If you were gonna get all the meals that you ever gonna eat during this lifetime, and you would have like thousands of plates in front of you, which would be completely confusing. So you get one plate, you eat this plate, and then you digest it, and then you get another plate, and then you eat it, and then this is the way it works. It's little by little. For the life in fifth dimension, that's at the end of the tunnel. It's far more miraculous, magical, and amazing. It's like something that's totally. I've seen glimpses of it. Because I have to follow the plans of the collective plan and stay in this body, but. You have to commit to your highest past every day, to your highest past, to commit to be your best self every day, and to really be in a commitment of that, to behave as if you were already ascended, although the ascension will be different. And so we want the beginning and the end is about the same thing. It's the alpha sphere and the omega cube. For the alpha sphere is the father god, the omega cube is the mother god, and so the beginning and the end is the yin and the yang. They are the beings that supervise the whole process of evolution and create all the beginnings and the endings. But every ending creates a new beginning. So just call on those beings, the alpha and the omega. And also wanted to say that the planet has been so much off course in relationship to ecology and consciousness and love and protection of our planet that the collective soul of humanity, the higher selves of humanity, have given permission to many higher galactics to handle a lot of the problems, to assist us in the reparation of all those energy fields. And finally, what I wanted to say is that the more we connect to these higher planes and we become conscious of the ability to draw on those resources and be connected, the less meaning there will be in like proof in the physical world. For like when we're completely in the physical world, we need the physical proof, we need the relics, we need this, we need that, we need to have physical proof. But as we ascend, those things become meaningless because the proof we already have up there, and we realize that those are not as significant. The physical form will take less and less importance in relationship to our energetic form and what is happening within. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song that went through my mind yesterday. It's an old song of Pink Floyd. It goes like this. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue sky from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold still rain? Smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Hot ashes for tree, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change. Did you exchange walk on part in a war for a leading role in a cage? How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. Have we found same old fear? Wish you were here. It's a song of Pink Floyd. Do we trade a part in the war for a leading role in a cage? It's like Pink Floyd's always been this band that's trying to awaken humanity to this Orwellian program that they've seen it coming. But eventually we're going to move in, focus on the world of peace and the joy and the freedom that we seek rather than spending the time with the sinking boat. And the boat all the rats are they want to exit the boat. And there's a lot of people that are part of these programs of dark programs of enslavement and genocides against humanity with the vaccine and so on. They're trying to protect themselves now. They say, no, don't do it. It's like all the rats are leaving the ship. But we'll try to assist as many people as we are called to do. But do it because it's your heart call. Don't do it because you feel obligated. Otherwise, you won't feel good. Be yourself. Be authentic. Be free. And do not be afraid of your fear. If there is fear, it's natural that they have fear. We are humans. We have this human part, this part of darkness, ignorance. And so utilize that for your spiritual evolution. When you can see a fear without being emotional about it, you have climbed the step. It's very important to know that. So the card of the day is the Seven of Raphael. It is time to take a decision. Identify clearly what you seek and then act. Need to purify. The purification will continue. We need to let go of the anchor that is anchoring us into this all sort dimensional reality, to move in so our ship can float through the tide will lead us where we need to go. Thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.